Kampuni ya EPZ ama ya PZ Carson na Rotary International zikishirikiana na shirika la Standard Media Group zinapania kuchangisha shilingi milioni 10 kila wiki ili kusaidia wasiojiweza katika jamii wakati huu taifa linapopiga vita virusi vya korona. Mchango huo unalenga kusaidia pakubwa usambazaji wa maji mashinani na udumishaji wa usafi miongoni mwa shughuli zingine. Afisa mkuu mtendaji wa Standard Group Media Orlando Liomu anatarajiwa kuhutubia. Hebu tuvuke upande huo moja kwa moja.
Ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, MCA Mr. ni mheshimiwa, not Mr. Godfrey Majiwa, karibu sana. I have a written speech. It didn't have all the protocols, so you'll pardon me, so I'll say all protocols observed. And this is the part I'll jump away from the written speech and just say a few words. It's always a pleasure to meet other players in this country, whether it's corporate, whether it's political, whether it's NGO, when we come together for a bigger purpose. I know we all have our challenges, especially in this pandemic period. I doubt there's any sector that has not been affected adversely. Even where we are today, I'm sure it's a blessing for them to host such a small number. Typically, such an initiative would have maybe hundreds of people invited here. But today, we are just a few of us, but it does not diminish the great purpose of why we are here, which is really to bring together different entities, different individuals, to try and do something towards a greater cause. I'm glad that PZ Carson has launched this initiative. If you look around the country, there are various initiatives that have been launched to try and address the challenges. The beauty of an initiative like this is that it goes beyond just the pandemic. I want to believe that some of these initiatives, yes, they are launched during the pandemic, but they can outlive the pandemic because they serve a noble cause. As the Standard Media Group, we are not just here as a media partner for the sake of media. If you look at our own profile, we did launch our own campaign called Stand with Kenya. And the aim is very similar to what PZ Carson is doing. If you look at some of the things we've been trying to do is to actually bring other players to facilitate access to clean water. Access to clean water. Remember, one of the things that is being pushed as a way of dealing with the pandemic is hand hygiene. Now, you cannot achieve hand hygiene if you don't have access to clean water. And we all know the cost of sanitizers is not necessarily affordable to many. So the cheapest option is actually just simple soap, which PZ Carson manufactures in plenty, and water, which I believe is one of the key reasons we are here today, to ensure that people can access clean water. Now, clean water is not only essential for nutrition, but in this case, even as a way of fighting the coronavirus pandemic, because we are being told, wash your hands, wash your hands. And it doesn't matter how many times I use sanitizer, I always feel more comfortable when I go wash my hands. Then I sit and I can add sanitizer to that. So we are glad and we are happy as a media organization to be your partner. The Standard Group prides itself in being a very committed partner in whatever area we get into. Today we are here to support PZ Carson. We've been in other spaces in the past. The reason I was saying our good governor, you know, when I walked in, said, now I know today you are seeing me in a different light. You know, we've been partners in other initiatives where he's also involved. We believe as a media house that the community we live in today, the society we live in today, the way business is conducted today, it is very difficult to succeed without thinking about how other people conduct their business and coming together to form strong partnerships. I know in the past, everyone minded their own business. In the past, we all cared just about our bottom line. But when you think about the triple bottom line, not just the one bottom line, which is profit, if you think about the people, then if you think about the environment, and then you think about your own business, none of us can claim to be successful out of operating singularly by our own efforts. We actually derive our success from the environment in which we operate. It is the people within this environment that make us either succeed, or if we fail, it's because we've failed to connect with these people, because these are our clients. So today what we are doing, I don't think we are here really to just say it's another CSR activity. I think what we are doing is we are trying to ensure that the very people who sustain our businesses have something in their time of need. It's very easy to forget how difficult life has become for so many people in this country as a result of this pandemic. With the shutdown and the cessation of movements and the curfews, there are a lot of people who have had to struggle for the basics. We know that a lot of businesses, and I'm sure some are represented in this very room, have sent people home, not out of profit maximization, but out of just the sheer need to survive. Because the reality is today, a lot of businesses are looking at surviving this period. If you can get out of this period as a business, at least operating, then you're happy. And I think it takes a lot of effort in such circumstances for businesses to come and say, despite our challenges, despite the pain we are going through, let's remember there are other people who are struggling. And I think it's a really proud moment when we come here, despite all the restrictions. In fact, I always joke that, after the pandemic, we'll have become experts at identifying each other using the eyes. I know those eyes, because you don't see any other part of somebody's face. So when I stood up here, I was wondering, should I remove my mask or not? But since there's safe distancing, I said, okay, and you can see I'm even holding the mic slightly far. I was going to bring it here, but we understand, because I've not seen them sanitizing the top, but not a big deal. So, Mr. Seka, I know it's the day for PZ Carsons. We really appreciate Engineer Obath, our guests, Mheshimiwa Majiwa, and all the other important guests in the room. What I would like to appeal to all of us, this is not going to go away soon. I think at the beginning people thought, okay, 2-3 months we'll be back to normal. I doubt. Chances are we will never know normal again. Who knows? I doubt a lot of things will go back to how they used to operate. I hope that out of this pandemic, out of these challenging times, as corporate Kenya, as individuals, we'll have taken time to rediscover the human touch about how businesses are conducted. Because I think over time, a lot of things became just about how business is conducted. It's about the commercial value. But today, one of the biggest challenges we have, and I doubt it's because the machines at PZ Carsons are affected by the pandemic. No. One of the biggest challenges is how you operate without putting your employees at risk. The biggest challenge is how you place these products that you've manufactured out there in the market and for people to purchase. A population that is highly affected by reduced spending capacity. Now, if you ignore the people who are able to spend, then post this period, who will be there to even support us as businesses? So I think today, what we are gathering here to do is not just about the look and feel of CSR, no. I think this should be the way the future of business will be. People coming together and realizing that beyond our corporate offices, beyond the shelves where we put our products, there's a whole ecosystem of people who must be supported. The good thing is that you are coming to the right partner. As I said, we have our own initiative called the Stand with Kenya campaign. We will make sure we give you the best value in trying to achieve the objectives of this initiative. We know media is always the most expensive part. Luckily, when I met Mr. Seka for the first time, it was in a very good environment. One where you cannot quarrel, and it was just by chance. We happened to be somewhere, we were put next to each other, so we started having our highs. Who are you? I'm so and so, I'm so and so. And that's how we got talking, and we exchanged numbers. And since then, and I'm happy that you've invited us, we've become good corporate friends. Whenever there's something, he'll tell me, okay, we are doing this. And therefore, our partnership for me goes beyond the corporate level. I believe that the way we met the first time will ensure that in case there are any challenges in our partnership, then the doors to resolve those problems are open. Otherwise, I believe that today we are here to launch a noble call. Congratulations. We are here for you. Our platforms are readily available for you and any other person in this room who feels they need a strong media partner. One of our strategic pillars as a business is partnerships. But today is the day for Carsons. Thank you very much. At least I know I have hand sanitizer. In fact, I got 2 bottles. Not that I'll say it's wrong. And I really do hope that the 10 shillings that is being generated from this initiative for every sale will go a long way. So we'll try and rally people. So that it's not just about 10 shillings, but it's about 10 shillings times millions of purchases, because the more we can raise, the better we can achieve, and the further this initiative will go. So congratulations and thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for him. Thank you so much, Mr. CEO.
Na bila shaka ni mpango ambao utakuwa unaendelea kila wiki kuchangisha pesa hizo kupitia shirika la Standard Group ili kuwasaidia wasiojiweza wakati huu wa corona. Kwingineko, wiki moja tu baada ya waziri wa elimu Profesa George Magoha kutangaza kuahirisha kufunguliwa kwa shule za msingi na upili hadi